Well, you know, I had a history lesson today that I'm about ready to share with you. There is a section of Winston-Salem that used to be called at one point, some locals called it New Liberia due to its connection with slaves from that country. This goes all the way back to the 1800s. Today the area is called Happy Hills, and one group of descendants are trying to build on the history and using education in doing this. I spoke with organizers about what this means to the entire region. Take a look. Guys, thank you for being here today. You know, to me, there's an untold story that's been told a million times, but not enough people know about this. Can you talk about the history of Liberia and that part of Winston-Salem?
These were freed slaves who returned to Liberia. And now the descendants of these slaves are coming back for educational opportunities in Winston-Salem through the Liberian Organization of the Piedmont. So this place, these sacred grounds with which we're standing here in Happy Hill community, these sacred grounds that once housed slaves and shackled minds will now be a place that houses scholars, and they have an opportunity to expand their minds and employ innovation and creativity and return back to Liberia to foster capacity building there.
Standing today, like Kimberly mentioned earlier, we are standing on the hollow ground, standing on the shoulders of our ancestors. But here we are today, trying to do something that I'm sure they'll be very proud of, you know, in terms of bringing their descendants, you know, to educate them, to go back to the country that they went to.
So Kimberly, what about so the gala here is, I mean, it's a fundraising event, so in kind of twofold. Talk about that.
So the gala is twofold. Number one is to educate people about the history, make it more common and widespread knowledge. And number two is the kickoff campaign for the capital campaign for the student housing project. The students in Liberia who are coming here to matriculate, so this will be a way for these students, the student housing project will be a way for them to ease that burden of worrying about where they're going to stay. So this gala will also serve as the kickoff to that capital campaign to raise money for that student housing project.
Yeah, I mean, I love this story. It's so cool, and you guys have done so much in, you know, historically up to now, but what does this look like in the future?
It's a big dream, and I am sure we are on the right path. Where I want to see this, I want to see where not just benefiting Liberian students, but how we can get students from here to go to Liberia. That kind of culture exchange. And so that's where we're going with this. And I'm sure it is possible.
Best of luck with the gala and the whole capital campaign. You guys, thank you so much for being with us today. So there's a lot to unpack here, right? This is like two different sections to this story. So basically it goes back to the 1800s, just to kind of recap here. People from Liberia were slaves, then were freed. Now, and it's important to mention that Moravians, you know, who settled in Old Salem, were pacifists and not really as big on the whole slavery issue like a lot of folks were. So once they were freed, they helped them, and they helped them create basically a village. And they started living here, and then as they would travel back and go back to Liberia, they were telling them, we have this great place and so there's been a cultural exchange between that part of Winston-Salem and Liberia for centuries, decades and decades. So now this group, the Liberian Organization of the Piedmont, is saying, hey, you know what, we're starting to get Liberian students into local universities, and now we need to build housing for them. So they're trying to raise $2 million with this gala that's coming up on Saturday to get the housing, and then also now they want to reverse things. They want also now local students from the Piedmont and the Triad to go to Liberia to learn.
Wow.
So it's a great exchange.
Thank you for reporting this.
Yeah, it's a
well
lot.
too.
It's a lot.
Yeah, and housing is so important and so difficult, I'm sure, to find, which I'm sure is what they told you
Well,
too.
and a lot of the grants that they're given helps pay for their education, but not their living expenses. So
Yeah.
$2 million. It's a lofty goal, but they're going to get there.
they can do it. It's very good. All right, we'll take a break. We'll be right back.